5 transgender celebrities we all admire. You must be aware that life is quite hard for an average person, but for a transgender person, be it a celebrity or a common man, it's possibly full of many problems. Do you want to know more? Stay tuned to the video. Number 1. Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox is a pretty famous name when it comes to the topic of transgender celebrities. Not only is she an American actress, but also an LGBTQ+ advocate. She came to light through her role in one of the Netflix series, Orange is the New Black. Well, Cox is certainly the only transgender person to be nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award in an acting category. Not only this, she's the first transgender woman to win a Daytime Emmy Award in Outstanding Special as executive producer. As for the past, Laverne certainly didn't have a great time in school. She was majorly bullied by others for being too feminine. Born in Alabama, she wasn't even allowed to take dance classes. Somehow, her mom allowed her to take tap and jazz classes, even though she wasn't allowed to take ballet classes because it would be too girly. This isn't all. Laverne always thought she was girly, but it was sinful. She became so ashamed of herself that in the 6th grade, she ended up swallowing a whole bottle of pills. As of now, she's in a much better place, and surely many people look up to her. Number 2. Jazz Jennings. Jazz Jennings is a trans girl who first became famous after she appeared in a televised interview with Barbara Walters when she was only 6 years old. She's also a YouTube personality, spokesmodel, TV personality, and LGBTQ+ rights activist. She's one of the youngest trans people to be documented. Being an activist, she's also a co-founder for the Trans Kid Purple Rainbow Foundation. Ever since she was able to form her thoughts, Jazz knew she was a girl who was trapped inside a boy's body. In the past, Jazz always used to steal her sister's clothes and walk around the house wearing heels as a toddler. She also corrected people to girl when someone called her off as a boy. Thankfully, her family was supportive of her when they found out that Jazz is a transgender. She's also included in the list of Times Magazine's top 25 most influential teens of 2014. Many people admire her for her work and seek motivation from her. Number 3. Chaz Bono. Surely, Sonny and Ches didn't have a clue that their newborn daughter they would have never thought their girl would want to transition into a boy. Certainly, that happened, and Chastity soon became Chaz in the late 2000s. Life wasn't always great for Chaz before transition. Used to be painful. For a fact, until this day, Chaz finds it painful to look at his pictures as a girl. When he became 40 years old, he underwent surgery so that he could truly feel like a man. This isn't all. He also started having testosterone shots to help him grow some facial hair, along with the deepening of the voice. He's also an LGBTQ+ advocate and further followed the steps of his parents to the entertainment industry. You may have been astonished by the fact that he's even the first trans man to ever get featured as a male in a film. Certainly, he's become someone many people admire. Number 4. Andrea Pejik. Previously, before transitioning as a trans woman, Andrea used to be known as Andre Pejik in the fashion industry. Andrea was one of the only male models in the world who represents women's clothing through catwalks. This isn't all. She had recently become an it figure after her androgynous look became viral. In 2014, she went through reassignment surgery to finally live life as a trans woman. Further, she has also told Vogue that even though it seems as if transitioning is quite easy, the reality is quite the opposite. These include the struggles of asking surgeons to change her body parts, along with some psychiatric evaluations and strict testing. Many people supported her in stepping up into the female model industry. We surely admire Andrea for staying true to what she was from the inside. Number 5. Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox works in one of those fields where it's quite difficult to accept transgender people. She's a woman featherweight MMA fighter. She was forced to come out about being transgender. This is because one of the reporters got news regarding her life before the transition phase. While coming out to her parents wasn't initially great. When Fallon first told her mother about being trans, she didn't respond quite well to the news, and her father stated to her that she could just be gay. The worst part of the case is that she was put under gay conversion therapy, where she could be turned back to a straight man. But Fallon was certainly sure and decided to transition without the consent of her parents. She's one of the first transgender fighters in MMA history. Often people blame her for being a trans woman, But we admire her for continuing to fight, not only inside the ring, but also against the world.